My name is Dr. Ruben. I am an orthodontist and one of the founders of the WhiteSmile Clear system. With me today is Dr. Linda, one of our newest users, and we would like her to share some experiences with us today on how she began with the WhiteSmile Clear system and maybe perhaps share a few tips as well as any challenges that she might have faced learning the system. So, Dr. Linda, how did you come across the WhiteSmile Clear system?
Firstly, I recently joined Dr. Ruben, his clinic. So I am trained under him with using the WhiteSmile Clear liner.
So Dr. Linda here is not exactly a newbie to orthodontics. She has used some fixed appliances before in the past. So I'd like to ask Dr. Linda, as a young, beautiful and charming practitioner who is not so young that you haven't used anything at all, but you have used fixed appliances before. So what's the main differences, or what differences have you noticed for yourself when you used fixed appliances versus clear aligners?
For me, the main differences is the monitoring of the progress of the patient. With the clear aligner, we have the interwear simulations where we can track the progress of the patient, and also in terms of the oral hygiene of the patient, the oral hygiene of the patient is better, so it's easier to review the patient.
So you think it's kind of less plaque retentive? Yeah, right, yeah. What do you think in terms of efficiency? Let's say, I mean, when the patient's sort of seated in the chair, does it take you more time to review the patient compared to fixed appliances?
No, in terms of clear aligners, we can just compare the progress of the patient in the computer and also in the chair, instead of the fixed appliances, which we may need to change the wires and also all the mechanics in the fixed appliances. That's a bit more difficult than the clear aligners.
Okay. So Dr. Linda here, like every other dentist and orthodontist, values her free time as much as I do. So I'd like to ask Dr. Linda, what is your experience in terms of emergencies? You know, as orthodontic patients with fixed appliances, if they break a bracket or a wire sticks out, they always demand to be seen immediately. What about clear aligner patients? Do you have that kind of experience, or share a little bit on the differences or how you would treat each patient?
With clear aligners, we won't get that kind of problems of brackets coming out, wires breaking. For fixed aligners, we may have that kind of problem, and we have to spend more time in viewing those emergency problems instead of clear aligners, which may need a little less more times. Usually the problem with clear aligners is only the breakage of attachments, which can be easily attached with just only using composite, like normal filling procedure.
Yeah, so that's a bit a little bit of how I found with my own patients, in that the emergencies are much less. They are much less urgent. We really don't have patients demanding to be seen immediately. Like with a fixed appliance, you have that wire that sticks into the mouth, and normally when they call up the front desk, they would demand to be seen immediately. But with clear aligners, it seems that, you know, we're in agreement here that it seems to be a bit more easier to manage those kinds of problems.
I also have a question for you. As a new user for this clear aligner, I haven't started a case with extraction. So can you tell me how to manage those kind of cases? Yes,
that's a very, 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 very common question. In fact, as a new practitioner of clear aligners, many doctors want to jump or want to start extraction cases. But I think that each user should have at least 10 to 20 cases which are done non-extraction before starting extraction cases. Now, extraction mechanics are a little bit more complex, and our company holds, or our group of dentists and orthodontists hold regular courses to start you off in doing extraction cases. It's important that you attend our seminars as well as read our specialized handbook, which is available in the website www.whitesmileclear.com. before embarking on more complex patients. Now, it's very important to know that, you know, Dr. Linda, that for every case that you see, it's backed up by dentists and orthodontists like myself with a lot more experience, and we are always willing to have a look at your more complex cases in order to start off your journey. But it's always best that you receive a little bit more training and experience from us before embarking on those sort of cases. So everyone has different experiences in starting off in their clear aligner journey. So I'd like to ask Dr. Linda here, what is the key factor or the most important thing personally to yourself that is important in the journey for learning how to use clear aligners?
For me, the most important thing is to start with simple cases.
Right.
So that as we go on and progress, we can start to learn with the more complex cases, and more importantly, to attend seminars so that we can understand the mechanics behind how the clear aligners works.
Right, and I kind of agree with that. And what I'd like to add to that as well is that WhiteSmile Clear is backed up by a team of doctors, a team of technicians, and our customer support is always on hand. Whether you have a very simple case or a very complex case, we are always available to have a chat and to discuss your case together.
Dr. Ruben, from what I know, patients are more exposed to fixed braces. So can I know how do I promote the clear aligners to my patients?
Right, sure. That's another good question. To be honest, I always love to use actual models of teeth and actual samples of teeth to show patients. So what I would actually do in that instance is to actually show clear aligners on one hand, on my left hand, for example, and on the right to hang on to appliance models or what we call a typodont in order to describe it to patients. So let them feel, let them touch physically the models, but also let them know that there are key differences between fixed appliances and clear aligners. For instance, clear aligners are removable, all right? And fixed appliances, let the patient run their fingers along a fixed appliance and feel the key difference. The most important point is to leave the decision to the patient. They can actually see the differences for themselves, and I think that's pretty much the best method of doing it. Also, it's very helpful if you've had past examples of clear aligner treatments. If you could showcase those photos or the end results to your patients, I think that's a great marketing tool, which is both ethical and professional at the same time. As an orthodontist, I tend to see more complex cases, so my cases take a considerable amount of time. But I'd like to ask Dr. Linda here, so how quickly do you see results with the type of patients that you see, which are sort of the less complex sort of cases? You know, just sort of the six front teeth being aligned.
For most of my cases, they are completed within less than a year, and with one or only two refinements.
Right, that's pretty impressive. Of course, you know, this varies with the type of malocclusion that you have, but in general, pretty quick, you think? Yeah.